Hello, everyone. This is your girl, Erica Wilson, the host of the Had to Happen show. You knew that you had to turn to God because He's the only one that could get you out. Such a blessing to be able to sit with you, son.
You know, like in the isolation, sometimes we feel lonely or not being able to fit in, or this person is not going to bother with me or whatever. But that is the time when God says, "Be still."
Right.
And know that I am God. There you go. Thank you, Jesus.
I'm a single mom with 2 kids, struggling, rape victim, homeless, robbed at gunpoint. All those things had to happen to me to birth me for my purpose today. And that's why I'm standing here today giving back.
We knew then that we was on a long road to recovery. But I say that to say this. It had to happen.
Great day, great day, great day, everyone. We're here live today at It Had to Happen with your girl, Erica Wilson. I will be sitting with the beautiful Kayla Brown from Orlando, Florida. Today we'll be on season 2, episode 18, guys. And Kayla will be sharing her story today. She is the mother of murder victim Keith Chambers. However, her message is she wants you to know it's okay not to be okay. So let me introduce to some and present to others the beautiful Kayla Brown. How are you doing, Kayla?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good, good, good. Oh, it's falling. Okay. All right. I don't know what that was about, but okay. But I also have here today my beautiful assistant slash cousin, Miss Taylor Hall. And Taylor Hall and Kayla has formed this relationship, guys, through via text. You understand? So now they were able to lay eyes on each other, put a face with a name. So, guys, you just never, never know why or how God will bring somebody into your life to bless your life. So when He do that, keep those people near and dear. So
Yeah.
welcome, ladies. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Y'all don't want to say it, Kayla? What is
Oh,
going on? Did y'all
I'm Taylor.
hear that? That's crazy. All right, we're gonna jump right on in. Kayla. Now I know listen in, guys, because we got a Kayla and a Taylor. Okay. But Kayla, can you tell us a little bit about who Kayla Brown is?
Kayla Brown is a mother of 3 and a grandmother of 1. I have 3 boys, 14, 21, and Heavenly 25. And I have a 9-year-old granddaughter. I live in Orlando, Florida. I currently work for Career Source. I'm helping people. I'm still helping people find jobs. I'm just trying to get a message out to all those mothers that have lost their kids through gun violence, and just let them know, like you said, it's okay not to be okay.
Wow, wow, wow. Kayla, so how is it to be a grandmother? This is my first one too. I'm newly a grandmother. My grandson is 6 months. So I'm telling you, and I can't even
Oh,
explain the feeling, you know. So I have a new one, but how is it to be a grandmother?
she is such a diva. She's a mess. I don't know how to deal with girls. She's a girl, so I'm just like, what am I supposed to do with her? What do I do? But it's fun because she asks me questions and she wants to do everything that you do. I'm not really big into like your Louis bags, but I love Coach. So when I buy a Coach bag, she wants a Coach bag, and I don't buy little bags. I buy the tote bags, and she wants one too. She was like, "Nana, I need a bag too," and I'm like, "Oh Lord, I can't afford to buy you a bag as well." So I just give her my old bags.
Wow, isn't that something? Well, I always dreamed of having a little granddaughter because I have two boys myself. But I
Right.
know when you say that they can be some little divas, oh my, I can only imagine. But here it is. You stand here today with a beautiful smile like you have on your face, even though you're dealing with some things. So you may
Yeah.
have someone that's out there under the sound of our voices that's listening in, and you're going to encourage them today by sharing your story. A lot of times when things happen to us, we don't understand why it happened, but God will make sense of it later on. And
Right.
He chose you to be in this position to go ahead and bless someone else. Yes, it happened to you. Very, very, very unfortunate because I can't even fathom, anything happened to one of my children.
Right.
So you're in this position now. The audience may not even know what we're talking about, but you're going to go ahead and share a little bit of your pain because here it had to happen. It's my journey, my pain, and my purpose. We're going to spend time on your pain now. We found out all about who is the beautiful Kayla Brown. And then I'm going to jump into how I met Kayla, even though Taylor done stole you from me. But it's quite all right. It's quite all right. I'm
I
telling you. But
feel
go ahead. It's a good thing, you know? It's definitely a good thing, right?
de-
Yeah.
uh, definitely. I can definitely say I've had fun with Miss Kayla. I don't know. I guess because, you know, like you said, meeting people via text message, like it was just like, okay, this is our way, that we will have to do it. So I guess we're gonna make it work.
Absolutely. I met her via text message too, right, Kayla? I met you through Cena and my Norma. So
Yes.
that's just when you're a good person and you have a kind heart, this is exactly
Mm.
what happens. So let's go ahead and jump in right quick on what exactly your grief. Share your grief with us and let us know whatever it is you want to let us know is quite all right. Whatever you want to leave out, that's fine too. Whatever you like to share, go ahead and share with the audience now.
So on August 23rd, 2018, at approximately about 2:03 in the morning, I received a call from a family member, and he was like he had something to tell me. And I was like, well, what is it? Instantly I just thought, it was something wrong with my dad. Well, it seems he proceeded to tell me, but I couldn't hear him because his phone connected back to his car. So about 2:05, 2:06, he called me back, and my nickname is Juice. So he was like, Juice, I got something to tell you. And I'm like, what? And I was like, instantly, what happened to my dad? And he was like, it's not your dad. And I'm like, well, who is it? He was like, Biscuit got shot. Biscuit is my son. It's a name that my mom gave my son when he was a baby. So he said, Biscuit got shot. And I'm like, what? And he said it again. And I just let out this scream that I can't even imagine. And it woke my the whole entire household up. My mom came running out of her room. Both of my sons came running out of their rooms. And then my mom was like, she was mad. She was like, why are you yelling? And I told her, and it was just like, we all froze in time. And I instantly, you go into mother mode. I was supposed to be taking a shower. I ran outside. I only had on a robe. I had nothing on under the robe. I was proceeding to take the robe off. And my mom and my kids were like, Mom. And my mom was like, Kay. And I'm like, what? She was like, you have no clothes on. And I looked down and I was basically naked. So I had to run back in the house, get some clothes on really fast, flew to the area where my son was shot at. He wasn't there by the time I got there. Asked where he was. They told me where he was. I probably got from my mother's house to the crime scene in 3 minutes, and normally it's a 15-minute drive. And I got from the crime scene to the hospital in probably about 7 minutes, and that's normally like a 25-minute drive. And I called my son's father, and he wouldn't answer. He's a truck driver, so I figured he was asleep. So I kept calling and kept calling and kept calling, and he just wouldn't answer. Now I'm already upset because my son has been shot. Now I'm getting angry because now my son's father is not answering the phone. So he finally answers, and he knew by the sound of my voice that something was wrong. And that's the first thing he said. He was like, what's wrong? And I told him, and again, it became complete silence. And he didn't even think about himself. The first thing he said was, are you okay? And I'm like, no, I need you now. Where are you? And he told me where he was. He was literally 6.5 hours away from me. Erica, that was the longest 6 hours I've ever had to deal with, waiting for him to come to me. It seemed like it took him 2 days to get to me, but it literally took him 6 hours. We go to the hospital. The doctor comes out and tells us, yes, he has been shot in the back of the head. We're trying to do a test to see if there's any brain activity. She comes back probably about 20, 30 minutes later. She tells us that no, there's no brain activity, but his heart's beating on his own. His kidneys are functioning. Everything is functioning on his own. So I say, I want to see him. So they take me upstairs to go see him. I talked to the detective for a little while. She's asking me a bunch of questions that I'm not really listening to. I really didn't care. I told her, I said, listen, lady, I don't care what you're talking about. I just want to see my son. So she takes me to go see my son. As I turned the corner to go to my son's room, I guess my son coded. So I see a nurse on top of him pumping his chest. And I hear another nurse say, get off of him. So they shock him. My son is a little guy. He's very little. He's probably like, he was 130 at 6. He was like 6'1". So just imagine someone shocking your child and they lift. It's like how you see on TV when the spirit lifts off the bed. That's what I felt like my son was doing. That's how far he lifted off the bed. So his heart came back. The nurse got off of him. Soon as she, hit the floor, he coded again. They had to do that same procedure. By this time, I'm on the floor. Like, I've lost it. They get him back. And I just tell him, don't do this anymore. I want to donate his organs. This is the purpose of why I have on the shirt that I have on. It says #long live Keith, which is my son. We ended up donating his organs. To go back to the hospital, my mom, my father, my grandmother, my mom's friend came in. All of my son's friends were already at the hospital. A couple people came in and seen him. My grandmother came in. I made everybody leave. I don't know what my grandmother said to him, but all of his vital signs stable for the next 4 days until we could find donors. It was like she just, she put the spirit in him, and he was just like, okay, Granny, I'm going to be here. And he, just because of the nerves, he would open and close his eyes, and that, me not thinking, I just thought, oh, my son is going to be okay. He's waking up. And they were like, no, he's not woke. He has no brain activity whatsoever. And the selfish person I was at that time, I just kept saying I would do anything. Like I was willing to sell my soul so my son could live. But when you have faith, you know that my son served 22 years on this earth, fleshly, but heavenly, God needed him a little bit more to do other things for other people. And that's exactly what he did. My son saved 5 people. They are prospering very well today. And I just want people to know it's okay not to be okay. You don't have to be strong for everybody. You only have to be strong for yourself. Because if you're not strong for yourself, who are you going to be strong for? I went through a lot of different phases. I started drinking, I started doing drugs and smoking marijuana and things that is out of the norm for me. And it was not me. And I had to stop and say, is this what Keith would want for you? And that's what other parents have to do. Is this what my son or daughter would want out of me? And I had to, I have to do this. I kept hearing in a dream, Mom, tell our story. Mom, tell our story. So basically, what I'm doing today is I'm telling our story. My son is with me all the time. Thanksgiving, my son came through the door. He sat on my couch. I said, hey, Keith. And then he just went away. And he just went away. And my son, when I say my son,
You say came through the door and
he
sat
came
on your
and
couch?
sat on the couch.
I have chill bumps. Kayla, I would have took off. But I know, oh my, oh,
Mhm.
I literally have chill. I wish you guys can see. I literally have chill bumps. Came through your door and sat on your. He was letting you know that he's okay.
Yeah. And from that point on, I said, I've got to some kind of way get out here and help other moms, you know, deal with what I'm dealing with. Because just because, you see me here live today and you see this beautiful smile, I'm not always smiling. I'm hurt as well. But because I have faith and I do a lot of things that, make it okay for me not to be okay. You know, Journaling is one of my big. This is just one of the journals that I have. I have probably like 5 or 6 of them just all over the place that I use. And I just keep talking about it and telling my story. And that helps me. And like I said, I see my son. I didn't have I had a service, but I cremated my son. So he goes everywhere with me. This is just like a little keepsake that I keep at my desk. I work from home. So this is just sitting like right at my desk, like right under my monitor. And so I take him everywhere I go. I just came from Nebraska and I had that with me. And he just, he's always with me, no matter where I go. When I moved back to Florida after the incident, my younger son proceeded. I have a bigger urn, and my younger son proceeded to put him in the seatbelt and say, "Okay, Bubby, we going for a ride." And me, my older son, and my younger son, we drove back to Florida, and we just had a good time driving to Florida. But from time to time, I can I can smell my son. My son. I won't sit here and say that my son was the perfect person. He wasn't in gangs or anything of that sort. My son smoked marijuana, and I smell that the scent that he had and the marijuana. I sometimes smell that, like I can feel like him walking past me, and I'm like, "Hey, Keith," and he just keeps going. But again, it's okay not to be okay. And any mom that's out there that has lost a kid through gun violence, we can all, if we work together, get through this together. This is just not, you're not alone in this. You're not alone.
Yes. First of all, I would definitely. Oh my God. First of all, I definitely would like to offer my condolences, my prayers. Like I said, I cannot even fathom, and I'm struggling to even speak right now, but pulling off of your strength. You understand? And we said earlier in the part of the conversation that God places people in your life for a reason. I'm so stuck right here because I made my son take off being a an organ donor, off his license because I got so caught up in hearing they're not going to give you a chance to live. God forbid if anything were to happen. But Kayla, just to hear you say five, not one or two, but you said five people had a chance at life because of him being a organ donor. And to make that decision that you made at that hospital that day, that says a whole lot. So, guys, if you can, if you know of any support groups, anyone that could help her get her story out there, please do by all means. Email her, reach out to her, however more it may be. Please do help her get her story out there because it definitely needs to be heard. This is happening way too much to our Black young men, and it has to stop. We have to put a stop to it. So, Kayla, if you could go ahead and tell the audience how they could get in contact with you if need be.
My email address is voice, VOICE, of keys, KEYZ, at yahoo.com. You can contact me through there, or you can contact me at Keyshawn, KEISHAUN, the number 5 at yahoo.com. Those two emails will get you directly in contact with me. My Facebook is Kayla Brown. It actually has a picture of my granddaughter on there. So if you type it in, you'll see a little girl with a red shirt on. That would be me. Um, Via Instagram, Kayla Brown as well on Instagram, but definitely Voices of Keys at yahoo.com. You'll definitely get in contact with me. I do have little cards for the program that I used. If you want one, I will definitely give you or send you one in the mail, and that will help you. That way, you'll know where your loved ones organs are going. They also give you the first choice of if you know someone that um, needs a kidney, a liver, or lungs, or whatever. They give you that first choice to give it to someone that you know. So if you would like if you would like a card, I'll definitely give you that card as well.
All right, guys, we're here live today. It had to happen with your girl, Erica Wilson. You just heard from Kayla Brown about being a organ donor. She said if you would like a card, she can put it in the mail. She did leave her email address as well as all of her social media contact, guys. But here it is. She's standing as this mother in grief, but needing to get the word out there. Now, how many of us know that 9 times out of 10, it takes money to help the situation. So she haven't started her organization yet, but she is, because I'm gonna help her. She haven't got her website up yet, which it'll be coming soon. But she do have a cash app so she could get these things in place. She still have two here on earth with her, and she still needs help to be able to get these things done. So if you can, if you will, look into your heart and pour into this mother. Look at the smile on her face. How could you not? Even though she's dealing with so much that probably any of us know anything about that she deals with on her own. But I'm sure we could find a way to pour into her. If you can't do anything monetary, just lift her up in prayer. But Kayla, can you go ahead and give us your cash app?
It's $ capital K, capital M, capital B, 43. Again, that's $ capital K, capital M, capital B 43.
Yes. Please do pour into her. No amount is too big, no amount is too small. But just know that she needs help getting her word out. And I know kind of get discouraging sometimes when you know what you have and what it is that you want to do, but you don't have the means to do it. And that's why God connect people with other people in your path, because a lot of times, like I text you and told you, it's not what you know, it's who you know nowadays. And I'm praying that somebody under the sound of our voices is hearing this and can reach out to some type of support group that can help you get your word out. I know Sabrina Fulton, which is Trayvon Martin's mom. We also, my best friend Tiana Bailey, she's in Georgia. She lost her son to gun violence 2 days before his graduation, his high school graduation. And I know she's a part of some group. So I'm definitely going to try to get you connected, not try, but get you connected with those ladies, because someone needs to hear. And like I said, there's so much is happening now, so many shootings, so many murders. Just a 3-year-old little boy got killed in the city of Miami, my hometown, at his party, and it's just, oh my God, like I said, I couldn't even fathom. So to have you here today and share your story with a smile on your face, and to know that your son is sitting there with you, he might be absent from the body, but he's present with the Lord, and he's still there to protect you. He's covering you. He's coming and letting you know that he's okay. But I have to be honest with you, Kayla. If that was me, I think I would be so. I can't say that because I did see my dad, but at a distance. He used to sit under my grandmother's table, and in his all white suit that I remembered him in. I was only 5 years old when he passed away, but I see him like, but at a distance. But you say you saw him come through the door and sit on your couch, and you were like, "Hey, Keith." Oh my God, that's strength. That is strength.
It was just crazy. Like, I heard something at the door, and I'm like, what is going on at my door? And then I stood there like I wasn't even supposed to be cooking Thanksgiving dinner, so I was actually cutting up sweet potatoes. So I had a knife in my hand because I thought somebody was trying to break into my house. So I'm just like, who's at my door? And then the next thing I know, here he comes, and he just like walks right past me, and I'm just like, well, hey, Keith, and he just sits on down. But I did want to say, we went to trial. Like, when I say God works in mysterious ways, God works in mysterious ways. Most murder trials take, 2 years, 3 years, maybe a little bit longer. Mine took 6 months. 6 months. We had everybody
Wow.
trial and convicted, and the main shooter received 105 years. The judge asked me before she hit the gavel, is that enough time for you? And I said, yes, ma'am. And she said, boom, 105 years he will receive. And I'm like, wait, what?
Jesus.
Like, I didn't even understand what was going on. And she was like, she watched my entire family. Like, she had people watching our social medias. And we were so, respectful to everyone. When we
Mm.
went to court, we all had on, well, I was dressed up because I told my family, I said, the court is going to be watching us. So I don't want us to be, acting crazy or doing anything. So when I say
Right.
we came as one, we came as one. We all matched.
Mm.
We all matched from head to toe. So everyone had on a shirt similar to this one. Only thing is, because they said it felt like it intimidated the other family, they made us turn them inside out. But at the end of the day, we came as one. And we sat there. We didn't, when they gave the verdict, we didn't flinch. It was like we were statues. We didn't say anything.
Wow.
That was my first time my mom heard. So she was talking a little bit because she knew that's her grandson, and that was her first grandson. So
Wow.
she knew what type of man he was. So when that judge said 105 years, 90 to 105 years, and you won't be eligible for parole until until 2067, I won't even be here
Jesus.
in 2067. But I'm just like, I am so thankful that, God allowed me to be this young man's mother. He allowed me to
Yes.
be the mom of a person that touched so many people in so many different ways. So I want to be able
Mhm.
to give that same feeling to other people. I mean, I'm at the point where I don't care if you lost your child through gun violence or if you just lost your child through a car accident. Nobody understands what it feels like to lose a kid. You know, it's one thing to lose a mom or your dad. I don't understand what that feeling feels like because I still, you know, God willing, I still have both of my parents. But for me to lose my firstborn child, that's something that I never want to, ever want to go through ever again. I want my children to bury me. I'm lucky enough right now today to have my middle son here in Florida with me. So for me to have both of my boys under one roof, it is anything that a single mom can ask for, and I love it because now I can get on their nerves and they can get on mine. So I'm at all.
Oh my God. We have my sissy Sandra Perry, and she said, "You are strong and amazing, my sister. Keep the
Thank you.
faith and continue telling your story." My God. And she said, "You are strong and amazing woman." Let me tell you something. So you're definitely touching somebody out there, Kayla. But you said something that was so profound because you said the judge had people to watch your social media.
Hmm.
And I don't think a lot of times people understand jobs and different people are watching your social media. And be very, very careful with how you display yourself on social media. So you never know when you're going to come across these judges' courtroom or whoever it may be, this job that you may need, this job that you want, but here it is. You got to be very careful how you're displaying yourself on Facebook. So thank you for sharing that, even though it's very let me go back to this because this is what was profound. You said you guys came as one. You all came to, I mean, as one, and you stuck there, even though everybody's hearts is just hurting at the time. It was only 6 months, you did not act out. You just literally gave it over to God and let God do what He needed to do at that point. And by the grace of God, this woman heard of you guys' story and actually watch your social media. A judge now, think about this. A busy judge. I'm sure when she leaves work, she has to go home and take care of kids. But a judge had time to watch. There wasn't nobody but God. Kayla, you said it sometimes it takes 2, 3 years to go back and forth to court, but it took 6 months. 6 months. And everything was taken care of that day. And she gave you the opportunity. She asked you, was that enough? So shout out to this judge, whomever she may be. God is definitely blessing her tremendously, I'm sure, because she had a heart. You understand? And she did what God told her to do. She gave you the decision and asked you. Most people don't get that decision. So I want to ask you, in the courtroom that day, did you get a chance to address? It was one, two, three people. How was it?
I actually got to address the shooter, the young man.
Mm.
It's crazy because he's maybe 2, 3 months older than my son. He's 2, 3 months older than my son. Um, he gave he gave an apology that you can tell that his lawyer wrote for him. And, he was basically kind of over it because I'm a person that I'm a people watcher. I watch people. I watch their demeanor. I just watch them. So I'm watching him, and he was like, they just need to hurry up and give me my sentence so I can go do my time and be done in a few years. And I had to catch myself, so I just was like, and I just said, I kind of said it out loud because my son's father looked at me like, what did you just say? And I was just like, Jesus, please take this wheel, because if I take it, it's not going to be good. So I just kept saying, Jesus, take the wheel, take the wheel, take the wheel today. And they asked me, did I want to say anything? So I went up there and I told him, I said, you know what? And I said, Your Honor, I know I'm not supposed to approach him, but I need to. I said, I accept your apology, not because you gave it, but because of me. I have to accept it for me because it'll kill me before it'll kill you. I said, you don't care that you've taken, a son, a dad, a grandson, a friend, a cousin. You just didn't affect just my son. You infected his entire family on both sides, from his mother's side to his father's side. He has 4 brothers altogether. I have two other children, and his dad has 2 other children, and it's all boys. So it's affecting them. So when I told him, I accept your apology, but you damaged my family, because my younger son tried to commit suicide because he just could not handle the ordeal. Because, like I said, this happened August 23rd of 2008. My younger son's birthday is August 13th. So that affected him in a major way. And that's why I keep saying it's okay not to be okay. It's a journey that we're going to walk together. And we'll all get through this. You can never let someone tell you that each day it gets better. It doesn't get better. It'll never get better. It'll never get better. But if you hold on to your faith, even if you don't have faith, just have a conversation. Just like I'm having a conversation now, just have a conversation with God, and He will take you where you need to be and where you're going to go. Because once you get that faith with Him, your life is going to do a whole 360. It might not happen when you want it, but as they always say, He is always right on time. And He was right on time with me, because I was going the wrong direction, the very wrong direction.
But thanks be unto God for Him having His hand on you, because we have you here today live, and it had to happen. And you're smiling and you're just lighting up the room and the show, And for someone to be under the sound of your voice and hearing all of this, you're just telling people that, one, it's okay not to be okay, and then two, faith, you know definitely faith. And God says just the size of a mustard seed. Just the size of a mustard seed is all we need. And here it is, you found that. And you said that you forgave him, not for him, but for yourself, because it would have killed you. Glory be to God. But strength. I thought that I have a young lady that's inside of 88 Blessings. Her name is Rowenda Mathis. And I thought her and her son was the epitome of strength. You just added on to that. And I'm loving that you can get on here, share your story. I know you was a little nervous about it before, but to share your story, but it's something that definitely needs to be heard. So we heard your journey, we heard your pain. I think, but I want to hear what you think as far as your purpose, what was birthed out of the pain and out of your journey. I know you have Voices of Keys. If you want to tell us a little bit about that yet, about that, we don't have it set up yet, but trust me, y'all lay around. She's gonna be coming out with her website and her organization. But tell us a little bit about Voices of Keys.
Voices of Keys is, again, my son just comes to me. I don't care what I'm doing. I could be asleep, I could be driving, I just whatever I'm doing, and I just hear him. And Mom, tell our story. Mom, help somebody. Mom, mom, mom. Well, he says mom. So it's like, okay, Keith, okay, Keith. And for that day on Thanksgiving, for him to just walk through my door and sit on my couch and just sit there for, a few seconds. And that confirmed I need to get my story out. I need to help somebody else. God and my son are trying to tell me something. You know, is this what my purpose is? Is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Is helping somebody else. And I feel this is my purpose. My purpose is to help somebody, to help another mother. Like I said, I was lucky enough to be this young man's mother for 22 years. God just needed him a little bit more. So I have to help somebody else with what God has instilled in me to give these words to other people. So that's what I'm going to do. And that is the purpose of Voices of Keys, because I hear the voice of Keys, which is my son, Keith Chambers.
Wow. Wow. That is so awesome, Kayla. I was wondering where Voices of Keys came from. Didn't realize that his name is Keith. Come on, Erica. But that is so unique. That is so unique. But like I again, I have to be honest. I'm telling you, I don't know what I would do if my dad came to me. Now, I was younger when he used to come to me, but if he come to me, I don't know how I would take that. So I'm telling you, like that is really, really good. It shows the bond that you all had, and here it is. He's telling you to go ahead. He's pushing you. Him and God, like you say, he's pushing you into your purpose. He's pushing you. So you no longer have to be nervous. You are the voice of your son. You will tell your story. You will get the help that you need. And again, guys, if you're under the sound of our voice and you have heard her story, she is looking for support groups and other ways that she can get her word out. Her Cash App is going across the screen because we all know that it do takes funds to be able to get the thing started. Not only that, any way you would like to reach out to her about the organ donor, her son has saved 5 lives, guys, 5. And again, she said she will send out a card, I guess, explaining about being an organ donor. Is that what it is, Kayla?
Yes, yes. And then you will also do it in the honor of my son. And what the organization will do is they'll give you the exact same card and you'll give it to someone else. And they'll do it in the honor of your child or your loved one. So you have, when I say the program that I'm in, it's such a great program. It's such a great program. I actually found it here in Florida. It's here in Florida as well. And
Mm,
these are like such loving people, such loving people. They're just amazing. They are just amazing people.
mm. Wow. So, Kayla, I do have to give shouts out to my Norma and Sia for even putting me in contact with you. I
Yeah,
mean, I truly do. I want to shout them out. And I do want to say thank you, ladies, so much for putting me in contact with Kayla. And Kayla, I want to do whatever it is that I can do to be able to help you to get your word out. I have 2 sons, now a grandson. So, again, like I said, I can't fathom, but I can help you now. Like our motto here at 88 Blessings is help us help you. Help us help Kayla and Voices of the Keys people. We are here live today with your girl Erica Wilson at It Had Happened. Our topic for today was it's okay not to be okay. And I have my beautiful assistant slash cousin, Miss Taylor Hall. Taylor Hall, is there anything that you would like to say to Miss Kayla?
Definitely. Miss Kayla already know on a numerous amount of occasions I've always had, I don't know, she just leaves me in awe every time because not only,
Mm.
some people go through things and they're like,
Uh-oh, we lost. There you go.
can you hear me now?
yes,
Yes.
There we go. Okay. So pretty much I was just touching back on how some people go through things and they're like, some families are like, we have to focus on what's going on in our family and focus on ourselves. But Miss Kayla says she wants to help others. And I'm big on, finding something, so she doesn't have to necessarily always focus on, looking for people to talk to, because she's doing things like this, coming on shows, creating organizations. She wants to help others, and some people are like, that selfish comes through. They're like, I don't want to help, I'm okay, I just want to, be to myself. Whereas Miss Kayla's like, we're helping others, we were able to save 5 people, like there's things getting done, and everything's a process. And I can't wait till we start this, or you start this organization. And I hope to, help out too as well, because like I said, there's just a lot of people who tend to get selfish when things like this happen. Whereas to you're trying to find that positive. And the Keith and him popping up on you, that's definitely something. Cause like Erica said, I would have been gone. I would have been like, don't come here with that. But I get where you're saying it's not necessarily someone you can be scared of. I mean, that is your son. So I definitely commend you. I've done that so many times, as many events and things we got to see you, go through. And I'm just excited. I'm so excited for you. I definitely, I feel like I've gained a friend. I've gained a friendship with Miss Kayla, because it was so easy talking to her. I also got to speak with her about, things about me, myself, and school and everything. So it was definitely, it's very like cool to get to know Miss Kayla. And I know how we always talk about how God works in mysterious ways. He's definitely positioned me to meeting more people and opening different doors. And I'm just excited for Miss Kayla and see what we're gonna do next and what's next, because they don't know that you got it. Voice of Keys about to go up, about to be the next big thing. So this is definitely something cool. And I thank you, Miss Kayla, for, I guess, coming to my life, or thank God for putting you.
Look there. Nobody but God. Let me tell you something. This is nobody but God. Because with Kayla, you don't even know. I used to babysit Taylor when she was a baby. And here it is. I was looking for an assistant, right? And I talked to her mom. Taylor just came on board. She just came on board. So it was destined. It was definitely destined. And I'm glad that we are here connected right now. And it's good to have people that's excited to do things for other people, because I'm telling you, God says, you bless my people, I will bless you. And that's what you've definitely done. 5 lives you saved. 5. I can have to stress that, not 1 or 2, but 5. And I commend you. Like Taylor said, definitely commend you for that. But I want to share something with you guys too. This Saturday, we'll be hosting a fundraiser, Kayla, here in Jackson. No, not in Jacksonville, but in St. Augustine, for one of our beautiful, strong individuals. Again, her name is Rorinda Mathis, and her son is Baby Jackson. And he got diagnosed with DIPG at the age of 2 years ago. And he's now in hospice. So we're raising funds to help this single mother. This is her only child. Um, to help her to be able to pay for, is very unfortunate, but the funeral costs. But we're believing, bro, if you're listening, we believe in God to do his thing and do what he does best. However, if the time were to come, we just want to make sure that we could be a blessing to her. So we're going to go ahead and put the flyer up on the screen, and shots out to Classic Car Museum, my son Alan Hearns, for helping me out with this event. Not only Alan, we have Patrick and Patrick Law Firm that poured into this family. We have our wonderful financial advisor, UBS, Mike Hennessy, poured into this family. We had Cookie Bouquet. I was being greedy, Kayla and Taylor. I stopped by one day and to get me some cookies, and I had a conversation with the owner. Little do I know, look at there, Kayla. Her son had just got a liver the night before. The night before. And here it is. I was going to go to her shop the day before, and God didn't allow me to do that. I actually went the next day, and I had a chance to pray for this woman. And she showed me her son, and her son had just gotten his liver transplant. And I think he's like 30 something years old, but she couldn't even be there because COVID. only one parent or one person, so she can't see her son until he come home, and she just was, I mean, she was just so broken by not being able to be there for her son. By the grace of God, your son waited for you, Kayla. He waited for you. My God. But just look at there. Someone saved his life by being an organ donor. So shouts out to Cookie Bouquet. We also have Aniska Elliott that poured into this family. We also had Cena to pour into this family. All my Norma to pour into this family. The list goes on. We do have a QR code for them that you can scan and go in to make a donation. If you can't do monetary, you can do in kind, and we can raffle the items off. You can scan that code right there. The event will be in St. Augustine this Saturday from 11 to 2, guys. From 11 to 2. Alan, I love you too. Kayla, my son, is on. He said, hey, Ma, I love you, son. I love you too. This is the beautiful Kayla that I was telling you about. But again, we just want to be able to pour into the family. And here it is. My God, this just came to me. Rowenda is going to be an organ donor as well. For Jackson is going to be an organ donor as well. I'm just, my God, yes. But we definitely want to keep the family in prayer. Definitely keep you in prayer as well. We're going to make sure that we do all that we can do to help you get Voices of the Keys off the ground, because it's definitely something needed. It is so much of it happening now, and it's time out. It's time out. So here it is. You're out your shell now, sharing your story and sharing that beautiful, beautiful smile. But guys, little do we know, yes, she may be smiling today, but when she lay down at night, we never know what it is she's going through. So definitely lift her up in prayer and ask God to strengthen her as she go out to help so many other, not just mommies, daddies as well. But she herself is a single mom, and you all know how I feel about single moms. We rock. You understand? I'm not telling anybody to go out. I'm not encouraging anybody to be a single mom. But one thing I can say is single moms rock. We get the job done. Definitely we do. So, Kayla, is there anything that you would like to leave the audience on today?
Just it's again my saying, it's okay not to be okay. Um, my biggest thing is, if you're feeling some type of way, please, please, please don't hesitate to, shoot me an email or call me on Facebook. I always have my phone, and I always
Guys, bear with us. I think she froze for a minute until we get her back on. But man, is this the epitome of strength, guys? This is the epitome of strength, I'm telling you. But we're here live today with your girl, Erica Wilson, and it had to happen. If you would like to book with us, you have my beautiful assistant right there, Miss Taylor Hall. She would get you guys right. But you can go to my website as well at www.88. Oh my gosh, look at me. www.ericawilsonih2h.com. Again, www.ericawilsonih2h.com. We're going to bring Kayla back on really shortly, but Taylor, if they want to give you a call or email, can you give your information as well? Because Taylor is not going to be helping out just 88 lessons at IH2. She done gained a whole nother assignment. And listen, Taylor is in school for psychology.
I spoke with her.
Oh, she's serving her purpose now. Look at God. But Taylor, go ahead and give your information, sweetie.
Well, yes. So you guys can reach me at for my email. It is assist dot thall at 88blessings.org. My Google number is 786-859-9474. I'm the same way. I'm always on my phone. You could literally ask Erica or anyone. You text me, I'm there. You can give me a call. I'm always up. I'm trying to create like some type of hours instead of, the emails and things like that. But it don't even matter. You can email me, you can call me. I love to talk. Like Erica said, I am in school for psychology. So this is kind of like my practice. And I love it. So I love talking. Any questions about anything, even if you just want to talk, it don't have to be about the show, being on the show. Just, you need a friend. I'm here.
All right, Miss Kayla, let's bring you back before go ahead and take off where you left off.
Like, again, if you need to reach me, just like Taylor said, no matter, I love to talk as well sometimes, but for this purpose, I will definitely, speak with anybody. You can hit me on Facebook. You can message me. I'm always looking at my phone. I always have my tablet or my iPad with me. My email, both of my email addresses, I'm always checking my emails. I probably check my personal emails more than I check my work emails. So no matter, even if you can't contact me, you can always call Miss Erica. She will call me or figure out where I'm at, and I will call you back. Again, you are not alone in this situation. We will walk this journey together.
Oh, thank you so much, beautiful. My son says, great show, ladies. So, guys, we killed it. My son says, great show, ladies. But, Miss Kayla, definitely, if someone reaches out or if I have any information that I could pour into you, know it's there. You have it. You definitely have it. So, again, thank you, ladies, for joining me here at It Had to Happen. Guys, we are now monetized, guys. Listen, we have went past our subscribers, our 1,000 subscribers, and our 4,000 watch hours. And without you in the audience, this will not be possible. So we do want to shout out you as the audience for always tuning in with us on Wednesdays at 4:30. But not only that, Mondays, our prayer broadcast is going higher and higher. And that's with my covenant partners, Bishop Kenny Berry and Satara J from Business Game, and the baddest producer on this side of heaven, Miss Mishka Allen. Guys, you don't want to miss the Mondays at the prayer broadcast. Like I said, it's going higher and higher. We call it Flight 2021 because it take off. And I'm telling you, there's no stopping because God is all in that broadcast. And we just thank him, first of all, for everything that he is going to do and will continue to do in all of our lives. I speak peace and blessings to you all. Until next time, God bless you all. We love you. Let's show them some hearts, ladies. Yay! And this is for Keith. Voices of Keith, guys. God bless you all. Have a good day.
Erica's Empowering Empire. 88 Blessings Soar Movement. It had to happen in a beauty so rare. We'd love for you to join us by subscribing to our YouTube channel. It Had to Happen with Erica Wilson. Following our social media.